Toph, best describer ever. Hey guys, welcome to Dan the Man Reviews. I am aka Dan the Man, or aka Daniel's son, and we are reviewing Legend of Korra Book 4, The Calling. And I enjoyed this episode a lot. And you know what? After seeing the Phantom Menace, I said, God, kids just no kids ever in anything, acting wise or story wise. Well, I'm so wrong. Please have a show with Milo, Iki, and Jinora, because they were so entertaining this episode. I was not annoyed by them, and I thought Iki, they really brought out Iki's character in this episode and Milo's, and we know Jinora's character from the last season. She actually had a great character development in that, an arc where she could hone spirits. And here you see her, but she kind of takes a back seat to let her brother and sister get some shine. And whoa, I just love Milo. Milo is awesome. He's Aang with, I don't really see any Tenzin, with a little bit of Grandpa Boomy in there. He is just so, and he's a lady killer. He's a lady killer. He's just funny. He tells it like it is. That's why I think him and Toph, they get along so well. And I liked Iki too. Iki, she came off as, that annoying little sister, but she's a lovable, annoying little sister. She has a good heart, especially when she was trying to give the food back to the squirrel. And so this is a spoiler video. Before I get into it, this is spoilers. So I'm assuming you guys seen the episode. We're just having a little discussion here about it. And basically, yeah, I just really liked Iki's character in here. And especially when she was tied up with the two, I want to say guards for Colvera, who got pretty much left behind. The two post soldiers who have to post this whole swamp area, and they're the only two that's doing it while everybody else goes off. I mean, you kind of felt bad. And then they had those macaroons. But I love the interaction that Iki and those two little guards had. I thought it was gonna be boring, but no, it wasn't. So basically, let me just give an oversight of what the deal is in this episode. Is basically, I'm surprised though. I'm surprised that Tenzin let them go out, even though he was bitching and moaning last season how Jinora shouldn't go to the spirit world because it's too dangerous. Maybe that's just, him. Maybe that's character development in itself, because he's learning to pretty much trust his kids that they'll do the deed and they'll do their job and they'll be safe. And he just gives more trust to his children. So basically Jinora, Iki, and Milo set out to go find Korra while Korra's still with Toph and somewhat training. Korra's really finding herself in this episode, trying to, battle her own demons. And Toph is really... I'll get to that part in a little bit. Let's just keep talking about the kids, because the kids were the best part. Because you see the kids go off, they're gonna go search for Korra. They go for through that one town where Korra was in, and they, that one guy has the picture of Korra next to Aang doing his little circus trick, and we had that part, and they're just still searching, and they're butting. The kids are kind of butting heads. Milo's, loud, while Jinora's trying to meditate and trying to find Korra, and she's getting frustrated with her brother and sister because they're loud. It's just it's a great, good family, good wholesome family. Quarrel. So it's great to see these three. I just really enjoyed the kids in this episode. I thought they were really entertaining and fun. It was a good, lighthearted that's it. Brought me back to the old Avatar, the Last Airbender, with that lightheartedness and that humor, because they really brought the humor into this episode. So that's automatically makes it a solid episode, just because bringing back some nostalgia and hitting it in the right place. Well, let's get into the things I do have a problem with. I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing a lot of shows, a lot of movies. There's nods, and then they're in borderline ripping off. I don't want to say this is not a rip off, really, but it's like it's annoying when you see exactly what's gonna happen, because a lot of people take so much inspiration and so much things from Star Wars, and rightfully so, because Star Wars was huge at the time, and it still is, and it really just opened up the doors in storytelling, special effects, and it really was unique in its own. It's still unique through all these years. Look, well, Star Wars Episode 7. Well, anyway, so it's blatant. It's obvious. It's obvious. If anybody knows any Star Wars just a little bit, that Toph is the Yoda and Korra is the Luke Skywalker, and they're in a forest. So what we get with Toph and Korra, I love how Toph describes pretty much her adventures with Aang. It was awesome. And I just love Toph's character overall, even in older age. But we knew at that certain point, Korra, they were going to do a Star Wars thing, and this was that episode. Basically, like, really, it's just blatant. So Korra basically is frustrated because Toph is not teaching her anything. Toph is kind of laying around, and Toph says, "You know what? Why don't you go pick some food, get some food, go into the forest, and take a left." Now you know where it's going. You know exactly where it's going. Basically, Korra's gonna battle her own demons. She's gonna see flashbacks, and that's exactly what we. It's exactly the same thing when Luke Skywalker saw the reflection in himself when he's battling the Darth Vader, the illusion Darth Vader. I was like, oh, they really going? They could have done it 1,000 other ways, but of course they're gonna do the Star Wars thing, and go that route. They do go a different route when Korra realizes, it's illusion, and Toph's like, "Do I have to hold your hand?" And takes her to the bonding tree. I think it was the bonding tree. I'm gonna call it Avatar tree, because that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like Pandora's tree, tree of life, where it is. You pretty much, it connects to everything through the world. And if you think about it, Pandora connects everything in memories and all that crap. So yeah, it's Pandora's tree. It's Pandora's tree. So Toph takes her to Pandora's tree. She says, touch the root, or pretty much have Korra connect with the tree, the roots, and follow the roots to your loved ones. And as Korra doesn't realize, is that Jinora, Ikki, and Milo are actually there at the swamp, still looking for Korra. When Jinora was kind of didn't want to go into that swamp. She thought that there's no way Korra would be in there. Well, of course, the swamp had some other plans by dragging them down, and they landed on that swamp. So Korra sees Jinora, Ikki, and Milo, and then Jinora automatically, once Korra taps into that spirit, like link, Jinora pretty much senses her right away. So they go and find Korra, and they have a good little reunion. It was very hit the heart a little bit, and of course Toph, makes her little quips, and then Korra is ready to take out her poison, but no help from Toph. She's gonna have to do it by herself and battle her own demons, and that's what she does. She takes out poison through out of her body, and gets to go back to Avatar. She's in the Avatar state once again. She's able to channel that Avatar state. And then, it's time to go back to Republic City or wherever they're headed to with their loved ones, and stop Kuvira and her pretty much in taking over everything for the Earthbending Empire that she's creating. And that's really about the whole gist of what happened in this episode. But overall, like I said, the only thing I had, I guess it's a nitpick, if you want to call it that, but it's done so many times. I mean, some people out here have to agree here that you're kind of sick and tired of seeing them go the Star Wars route when there's a million other ways to do things in a swamp. That when you have a cool idea like Korra trying to regain herself and try to regain her confidence. And then you have Toph. You know, Toph is a awesome character in general. So there's a million ways. I was a little disappointed that when they left, Toph didn't go with them. I knew it was never gonna happen, but I kind of wanted them to like just throw me for a loop and say, you know, Toph is gonna go with them, maybe see your kids or something like that and help out. That would have been something. But of course, Toph has to go back into the cave, and yeah, that's no more Toph until maybe she'll come and actually help out or something towards the end. But I don't know. We'll see. Um, Other than that, this episode was really solid. I really enjoyed it. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna focus on the kids. Even though I didn't do that. I mean, I did like the kids from the previous seasons. They bring humor to the show and it's always good to see Aang's descendants. So yeah, this was just a fun episode. It was a great episode, and it definitely moved the story along as well. It wasn't a filler episode because Korra was able to get that poison out, and now we're moving on. I guess it is a little bit of filler episode since they were just looking for Korra, but it was just good to see some new, the characters from Aang's, like I said, Aang's descendants. You want to see what Milo and Jinora. These are Aang's grandchildren, and we want to see that. We want to see that. I thought it was. I did have an idea in my mind when Korra was hugging all the kids, like, oh, that's really Aang right there, but as a woman. But yeah, it was a great episode, solid episode. I really enjoyed it, just because I just enjoy the hell out of this episode. This is 8 out of 10. I can't go 9 or 10 because it it wasn't a huge groundbreaking, story wise episode, but it was a fun episode, which we needed a lot more of these, a lot more good heartedness. It was so much fun. I just enjoyed this episode. So let me know what you guys thought. Like I said, this was a spoiler video, so I'm assuming you guys watched this episode, and just let me know what you guys just thought of. Did you have fun as well, or did you think like, come on, they could have focused on other characters like Mako or whatever? Just let me know. This is why I make these videos, to hear what you's got to say. And Toph is just awesome. So if you like this video, please push the like button. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. I always have videos for you every day. Breaking news, all kinds of genres in general, movie reviews, TV reviews, and this and that. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a good day. And that's it for me. Dan the Man is out.